Okay, Frankie's going to talk about his experiences in boxing and how he got started in boxing and boxing in the carnivals.
Well, years ago, they used to have what they called, what they would call like a battle royal boxing. Yeah, you'd go into like the Eagles Club or the Moose Clubs, and then you would box 4 rounds, and at the end of the fights, say if they had 5 or 6 fights that night, then everybody had to get into the battle royal, and they blindfolded you. They put cloth around your eyes, and they turned 12 fighters loose in the ring, and the one left standing would get $50. Needless to say, 12 fighters blindfolded, swinging punches was a very dangerous thing from getting hit behind your head. But you would get $15 or $10 for the boxing match. Then if you was lucky enough to win the battle royal, then you would have $50.
And how did you start in boxing and training?
Well, I used to sleep in the gym in Columbus. They had 2 gyms, one on Long Street and one on Town and 4th Street. And that's where I used to sleep, up in the gym when I was a kid. And there was an old fighter named Mutt Schwartz, an ex-fighter who also stayed in the gym, and that's where he slept. And he worked on the garbage truck in the daytime, and then he cleaned up the athletic club, and that's where Frank Wolf, where I first met Frank Wolf. He used to come up to the boxing gym and see an old German fighter named Mutt Schwartz. They called him the Battler, Battling Schwartz. And I would stay up there, and then Mutt would show me how to slip and slide punches. And there was another Jewish fighter named Lou Bloom, and he's the one that showed me how to connect with the liver. And you have to give your head up when you go to the body, but he showed me how to avoid from getting hit, and how to go underneath, and how to hook into the liver, which really, I can't praise him enough, because on the carnivals, that's the way I used to take them out, was with the liver punch.
And that was better for the promoters of the carnivals too, because the guy wasn't going to get brain damage and potentially sue, right?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters, you had to have a knockout punch. You couldn't go the 3 rounds and then get a decision, because you were going against a hometown fighter, and if the referee would raise the carnival fighter's hand, a riot might ensue. So you had to knock him out. But then a lot of lawsuits was happening because of brain damage to the guys. And so Jimmy Straits, who had the best shows out, called athletic shows, AT shows for short, I told him that I could take a guy out with a liver punch, and he wanted to see me do it. The liver punch is, once you get hit in the liver, your whole body freezes up. You can't move for about 4 or 5 seconds. It's horrible. The pain is dreadful, but it would take out any size guy.
Great. Now, we're going to go next to talk about experiences in professional wrestling, and maybe go back and talk a little bit more about your boxing experiences, but we're going to talk about those in a second.